once again, I have my guest, and that is.
Hello, BigJetts1.
I mean, we were talking about our friends just before I got cut off, and we already talked about John, and we already talked about Iron Smasher. But what are your?
Jose and
Oh yeah, and Jose. I almost forgot about him. But then, what about what's his name? What was his name? Jose got well, not Jose, excuse me. Sonic Raptor King. Oh,
uh oh,
oh,
what does he look like?
I said Sonic Raptor King.
Oh yes, on Kid. He's a great friend. He he. I know he has a huge thing on Sonic because honestly, why wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And we are real life friends, so we and also sometimes we did a little collab one time. Yeah, it was just like this one thing at the end of one of my videos for
Mm-hmm.
like the global blues. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello?
Yep, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just I keep okay. So anyway, Starcraft King is a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is really funny. He's like me, except the fact that he's more mature in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like Starcraft King is great to hang out with, especially if people like Sonic or something like that.
Awesome.
At least, man.
Well, the reason I didn't say anything is because I wanted to let you finish what you were gonna say. So that's why I wanted to.
No, yeah, this is kind of awkward, but no, that's all I have to say.
And then and then there's also let's see, who else do we have? Then there's also the Tan Man.
Oh, the Tan Man, he's pretty cool for the most part, except the fact that one time when I left, when John kicked me out of the Grumps at one time, Tan Man was being rude to me, but they were still fine. We're still good friends
Well,
for the most part.
well, I'm happy that he's. I mean, he is really cool, and I will say that.
Yeah.
Then what about the Flaming Kong?
Flamicon, oh, he's a cool dude. He's like very, very cool. I mean, so cool in fact that he likes Squeegee for all I know. He's a very cool dude. We sometimes do little jokes for no reason at all whatsoever, other to do something with our lives.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also a box of fries.
Oh yeah, Fries. I think I could relate to Fries a little bit more because of what I've gone through, what he's gone through, except I'm going to school, but he's not. So I feel some little sympathy for him.
Well, honestly, I really hope Fries does go to school and ends up going to college, things like that.
Yeah. I hope he gets his life on track.
I hope so too. And then let's see, who else do we have? Um, what about
There is
oh, sorry.
let me find some peeps. There's Moogle Fantasy.
Oh, well, all right. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, he's pretty cool guy as well. He's a lot more mature and gives me some advice on whether I not I'm messing up on something, aka conversation. He's pretty cool, dude.
I mean, yeah, there were a couple. There was one time you guys had a conversation, but it was but I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it was hectic. We sometimes I don't understand what I'm talking about, which is my huge problem with myself. Honestly, I can't understand what I'm talking about. I try, but it's not working.
Well, I'm happy
Continue.
that. Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, he's very mature for, his age, and well, actually, he's very mature. Period. And
Yeah.
I've had him on the show not once but twice. Um, the reason I had him twice was because I thought the first one wasn't as good, and I felt I could definitely improve on the on a second one, and that's why I did. But
Yeah,
as it was, you know, Moogle is just nothing short of an incredible guy.
that is true.
He's very easy to talk to. He's just very very cool like that. And then let's see. Oh, how about uh one of our favorite Pop Tart girls?
Oh, she is a great friend. She she is a wonderful friend. We
Well,
usually hang out at her server, but due to some problems, I don't go to her server anymore. But we still talk. She's like a little sister to me.
she's and the person we're talking about is Mario Girl, MG, Melissa, whatever you want to call her.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So she is she's definitely an angel. I mean, sure she's not without faults, but then again, nobody's perfect. But
Of
even
course,
so,
nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect. Are you calling this game? Why are you calling life perfect? What is anything perfect?
well, I mean, I could go into much detail about that, but that's not the that's not the vocal point. But I will say that she is um she's very very kind and very 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 supportive of what not just what I do, but also what everybody in the McGrumps is doing, and that says a lot about her.
Yep.
And the fact that people, even those who had never been her friend before, end up being her friend because of how hospitable she is. I mean, she is just. I mean, she has this personality that can just light up a room, and even those who, like I said, have never been her friend, end up being her friend because of her personality.
I wish I was her, honestly.
Well, I mean, and I take it you mean personally. You want to be that guy that can draw that kind of fire, or that.
Yeah.
I think it's. I think it's just really a matter of. I mean, some people have it, and then there are those who just don't, and the ones who don't really don't have anything to be ashamed of. As it's a lot, it has a lot to do with the personality, and I just take it that if
Yeah, the
you, yeah, if you just um, put your mind to it, and if you learn from your mistakes, everything like that, you're gonna do very, very well. And I don't just mean you. I
that
mean
is true.
anybody that's watching this.
That is very true indeed.
And probably the only other thing I could tell anybody, and as well as Mr. Jets1, is that you treat others the way you want to be treated, and it's the golden rule.
That is true.
That being
All right,
said,
next up.
we then have let's see. Oh, probably someone that you've only just met from one of my streams. Is there anyone that from my streams that you remember that you'd like to talk about?
I don't remember at all. Not really.
Oh, okay. Um,
I'll find. I think I know someone like. Let me see. Let me see. I think I know. Blockhawk.
oh yes, Rockhawk.
Yeah, he's
Um,
also pretty cool.
yeah, how did I forget
That's all I
Rockhawk,
got.
man? He's
Yeah.
definitely he definitely, how do I put this? It's like, what does The Rock say? I mean,
Mm.
he's just that damn good. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than, he's been a good friend of mine. I mean, sure, we haven't really been as close as we probably would have would otherwise be given our busy schedules. I mean, he's a young adult and I'm an adult, and but every time we do catch up, it's just like we pick up back where we left off on. It's just that good.
Yeah, it seems like you have a close relationship.
It's
It
very
needs
cool.
to be closer.
It does. And
Mm.
then there was I think there was one person that used to hang out a lot with us, and that guy was Jacoy.
Oh, Jacoy. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I think the only times that we actually did thing was in John's video of Mario Kart 8 with the talking stick. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah. Well, even so, it
And
was it was awesome.
yeah, then we got Cole.
Oh yes, Cole NL112, and let's not forget his lovely wife Colette.
They're pretty cool dudes. They're a pretty cool couple. I gotta admit, they are very good at games and they're very mature. This feels like they're too similar to my like my teacher. That let's just put it at that.
Well, yeah, because because come on, they've lived it. They've lived it.
Yeah,
They've lived
that
it,
is
and
true.
they're still living it right now. I mean, they're husband and wife. I mean, me, I'm barely old enough to take care of myself. Well, actually, I am old enough to take care of myself. What am I talking about? But I just haven't found the one for me, if you know what I mean.
Maybe there's somebody for you.
I hope there is. I'm pretty sure my Toadette's out there. I mean, I am the
Yeah,
Toad,
somewhere.
so I am the Toad, so I mean, I don't know what Big Jets wants. Then again, Big Jets is probably not big enough to look for someone, but who knows? I could be wrong.
You're wrong.
So I am. All right. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? Oh,
Let me
what
see.
about?
Kitty Sleep Alone.
That's who I was about to ask. Kitty Sleeplord. What do you think of her?
Oh, she's a pretty cool gal for someone. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, I was saying about Kitty Sleep Lord. She's a pretty cool gal. Uh, that's all I could say.
Well, she. I don't know. She's very different. I mean, she's a very
Yeah.
different cat of a different color.
Yeah, that is pretty true.
Let's see. Um. Oh, well, there is one guy. Um. Okay, so I was doing one of my streams as usual, and then one of the guys, like, you showed up, and then when you left, he's like, "Who was that guy?" And I simply said, "That's my good friend BigJetts1."
Again, I forgot who he is.
And that guy that I'm talking about is Mason the Fox.
Oh, Mason the Fox. Still forgot about him. If you're watching this, Mason, I'm sorry. I don't know you very much, but maybe we could try to hang out soon or something like that.
Mm, not a bad idea. And I mentioned that I was making a character of you on the 2D
Yeah.
wrestling game. I
Yeah.
did, and your character is about the size of Mason the Fox. Very
Yeah.
small, but very small, but very good ground game. Like kind of like submission wrestling.
Hmm.
You're very good at that, but you can also fly from off the top rope. Hence the name
Oh,
Jets.
oh my gosh. I didn't know I could do that.
But so can Mason, because Mason's a lightweight animal, a fox.
Oh, oh my gosh. We can all fly. That is an achievement right there.
The Lightning Squad.
Ooh.
That would be something there. Other notable names. I'm not going to go through all of them because I know you don't know much of them. But some of the ones. that stand out are like the insane one.
Oh, the insane one. Who is the insane one?
Well, he's just well, originally I have a little funny story was that his character was supposed to be something like a Hannibal Lecter kind of character,
Mm-hmm.
like someone you would find in an asylum. But I guess maybe you don't know him all that well. What about
Yeah, maybe I don't know him that very well. Again, same message with you, whoever TehJew's talking about.
okay? Let's see. Oh, how about a good friend from the past? I'm still friends with him. I just haven't talked with him all that much. I don't know if you've ever met Jason RPG yet.
I think I did, but I forgot how the conversation went.
Um,
Again, I keep forgetting people. But I do know Poyo-chan.
oh, how about yeah? Let's talk about Poyo.
Oh, Poyo is a meme-ish dude. Let's say he is sometimes a little crazy, if you know what I mean. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
yes, I pretty much do know what you mean. And hell, I thought, and I'll be honest with you, I thought you were crazy, but I think Poyo kind of takes the cake there.
Yeah, true.
I mean, and let's see, who else could we talk about? Is there anybody that you know that I probably am forgetting?
Let me see what we have here. There's Jay Vertis.
Oh, I forgot. How did I forget Jay Vertis? I
That's a
get.
good question.
I think it's more
I
so.
know the fact that
Oh, go
I
ahead.
know the fact that we did a Smash Brothers thing a little while ago. He kept winning, which was a pain, honestly.
Well, I mean, he's really put a lot of time and effort into that endeavor. So you know, I mean, when you practice as much as he has, you you have to think that he would do really well for himself.
Yeah, he sure does. And there's also Digiman.
Oh, I didn't get that last one. You kind of got cut off a little bit.
Digiman.
Oh yes, Digiman. See, again, those are two guys that I haven't seen as much lately, so I kind of forgot about them. But yes, Digiman. Uh,
He's also pretty cool as well. That's
and
all I got.
but he also more or less shares the same grump head.
Yeah, similar. It's a similar grump head.
What's the difference between yours and his grump
Hmm.
heads?
Yeah, and Tan Man's too.
Oh yeah, well Tan Man is Bowser Jr. While the two of you are uh, Koopa Kid, but Digiman is more like 64 in style, like the 64-bit, whereas your grump head is the original Koopa Kid head.
Actually, turns out Koopa Kid is actually a robot.
A robot?
Yeah.
Is that why we never
Well,
heard from
because
him again? Wow.
well, because of the evidence in his text. Koopa Kid keeps calling Bowser certain names like Daddy, Master, and Boss. And I felt like there's this one video I watched where it explains it all. I think that could actually be true for the most part. Before Bowser and Shigeru Miyamoto did a thing.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, Digiman's. I like Digiman. He is very helpful with getting me into uh, John's Smash Survivor series. So I should give him a lot of credit for that.
True.
But let's see, anyone else I'm forgetting? Because I have a feeling I'm forgetting someone like Toad the Gamer.
Luke? Oh
Or
yeah, Total Gamer.
okay, well let's talk
I
about
haven't
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Total Gamer, don't know that much. So, again, same message. Also, awesome. Okay, now Luke, he's a pretty cool dude. We both like Animal Crossing, and he does really cool story time animations, similar to how Jaden Animations does it.
Oh, really? I had no idea that's what he did, and
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome that he did that, and and I know that he's doing animations, although I kind of miss his old style of videos, but then again, it's really up to him.
Apparently, he's doesn't he wants to do animations, but he's bad at meh. According to John.
Well, I do miss him hanging out because he was a fixture in the earlier installments of the Migrums,
Yeah, true.
and I mean he was, and I remember some of the fondest memories of the first couple of seasons of the Migrumps, and most of it had a lot to
I
do
remember.
with Luke.
Mm.
Which then brings me to my next question overall, and that is, how did you find the Migrumps?
Well, when I was like like 15, I just wanted to do stuff. I wanted to spread awareness of Koopa Kid, and then there's John, and then I kept spamming Koopa Kid and other things that no one talks about anymore. Then, and then, then there was a thing called I think there was a thing. Now I remember it was Hunger Games. It was a Hunger Games, and then and then I saw my name. I was like, John, please, can you take me into your server? And then he was like, you're not sure. I don't want to make you upset, so okay then. And then that's how we got into the McGrumps.
Well, I have to imagine that was an awesome thing. I remember uh up until 2018, we used to use Hangouts, Google Hangouts
Yeah,
as our get to spot. But of course, eventually we decided to settle on Discord, which is where we are right now.
very true.
And you've definitely been a huge part of the journey.
Yeah, that is also pretty true.
And let's see. Now that we've talked about all that sort of thing, I guess maybe the next thing I would ask is, like, what is your favorite place to eat? Like, to go and eat?
My favorite place to eat. That's a great. I like to eat some places like sometimes I would go like to have McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC. I like some of the restaurants around here. McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC. There's Friendlies with Bobbins. You know the gist.
Well, I mean, I've heard of most of them, but did you say Arby's?
No, I didn't.
Hmm. Well, I
I
forgot.
haven't went to
I
I
was
haven't
just
went
gonna
to
say
Arby's.
you haven't been to Arby's, but what about like what were the last two restaurants that you named? Because I've never heard of those two.
I think it was I think it was Red Robins and trying to think Friendlies.
Okay, I've heard of Red Robin's, but what's Friendly's?
Friendlies is an ice cream restaurant slash restaurant. It has some of the best ice cream there. You haven't even tried it out. I recommend you go there if you go on vacation where there's a Friendly.
It, well, I think that's kind of like similar to Leatherby's in my area.
Oh, Leatherbees?
Yeah, yeah, cause yeah, Leatherby's ice cream. I did an episode of it not too long ago.
Maybe I should try. Maybe I should try going there if I feel like it.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, that was some good ice cream. I'm telling you one thing.
Yeah.
And
Also, I've also went to there's some I like going to buffets, but I don't go there anymore because sometimes I'm a little get anxious when I go to buffets, so that's why I don't go there anymore. I like to have Chinese as well, not to mention some Spanish food most of the time.
wow,
Yeah. Oh, Burger King's also a good place to eat.
Wait, did you say Booger King?
Yeah.
You said Booger King.
Yeah. Also, there's Domino's there's Domino's with the cheesy bread. That's one of my favorite dishes from it. And then Little Caesars, I don't eat there anymore, but then anyway, I was saying. I like to go. I used to have like chicken wings at Little Caesars. Oh, Planet Wings. I like to go Planet Wings as well. We haven't been there for like a long time.
I've never heard of Planet Wings.
Yeah, Planet Wings. That's the place.
I have never heard of Planet Wings. I've heard of Wingstop. I've heard of Buffalo Wild Wings, but I've never heard of Planet Wings.
Well, Planet Wings has some things. My place, the area, Planet Wings in my place burned down. Sadly, it turned into a mobile store again. And that's the problem I have with these. Friendlies turn into a mobile store. Now, uh, Planet Wings turned into a mobile store, which is kind of sad, really. The only thing you get to eat now is basically your data.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked that your favorite restaurants get turned into mobile stores.
Yeah, that's kind of odd when you think about that.
and then and then there were some off the wall moments. Like we one time we were doing a senior citizens episode where we had to pretend to be old people, and I remember you were in it, but I think it was
Yeah, I
what
know.
it was what you said that made me laugh, and that was what you talked about your hair going gray.
Yes, I dyed my hair gray just so I could join you guys. It was honestly beautiful. It was the fact that I don't want to be old, but I want to be myself without changing anything. Yeah.
other other than your hair color.
Yes.
I just thought that was so funny. I could not stop laughing. I really couldn't. It was just
That,
funny as
that
hell.
was that was a great moment, you guys. You should have seen the ending of the Senior Citizens special. You should check it out if you got the chance.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully I can. Hopefully I'll remember to put that in the description, though.
Probably so. Anyway, what's the next question you got for me?
Okay. Well, I think really the only thing I could ask you is. Got something in my ear. Um, no, that's not what the question is. Um, I guess really, how about what do you watch on TV? Like, what's your favorite TV shows to watch?
Well, I haven't watched TV in a long time because to me I'm starting to lose interest in television. But honestly, I just like to watch stuff when I feel like it. Back then, I would just like to watch Cartoon Network and Disney Channel most of the time. It's with classics like Wizards of the Waverly Place, Sweet Life on Deck, Pokemon, and the Super Mario Bros. Super Show I got on DVD.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so many shows that I could list, but talking about them would be like that would be like taking like a long time in the line, and it takes like 10 hours. So meh.
Wow. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other
Hello.
things. Oh, there we go.
Oh, games.
Oh yeah, like some games. What would you consider watching or playing? I should say. Excuse me. I don't know why I said watching.
Playing. I think the game. I think recently I am playing Puyo Puyo Tetris. That's a fun game with like puzzle elements of Puyo Puyo and Tetris as 24 characters Xana Mobus is there along with Cindy Robinson. Those are good voice actors. Online multiplayer, the great deal. We got Sonic and Puyo Puyo and Tetrominos. Then we got cheat codes to unlock everything. Then recently I've been playing Kirby Star Allies with new update version 3 with 4 new characters, one of which you have to unlock by getting 100 hearts in the new mode. And then Mario Tennis Aces, where there's 2 new characters and 3 extra skins for Yoshi. Because I like the fact that you could play as different color Yoshi to get different stats, but it was toned down. But I'm fine with it. So that's the games that I've been playing recently.
Wow. And then, really, I would ask, like, out of all the games that you've played over the years, what is the one game that you've always played because it was your favorite?
Smash Brothers Brawl. It's the best Smash Brothers game ever. It has everything that you think about. Every character has different attacks and stats. There's more modes. There's adventure mode that's similar to Kirby games. Oh my gosh, the gameplay is simplistic. Even a child can do a combo which is non-existent, but it could be. The game is great. Chipping, sure, is chipping there too, but if you can ignore that thing, you might have yourself a good time.
I mean, it did have online, but now that's been discontinued. But but it was a great game because I had fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and even to this day, I
That's
find
true.
myself playing that game with my main at that time, Marth.
Usually I'm more of an Olimar main myself in Brawl.
Well, I mean, Olimar's a good character, but not if you don't know how to use Pigman, and I'm not that good with Pigman, so if you can use him, I think he's really good.
He is really good. He's usually very good with grabs and a lot of air attacks. I recommend playing him if you like having multiple together or having people together to form a good character. At least that's what I think.
I mean, it's always fun to play when you have multiple people. In fact, I had a like when I was in college, towards the end of my run, they had uh, a get together so you can play Super Smash Brothers.
And what happened?
Well, some would play it for fun, and then you would have a little mini tournament. You would pay it would be something like 3, 4, 5 bucks to play the game, to be in the tournament, and of course, the winner as well as the runner up get uh they would get the cut of the money. Like they would get, I think it was split, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like split, like they took the pot of money and they split it like 25-75, with 75% of it going to the winner.
Oh wait, I think I had something similar. I think I had something similar like that, except we don't pay money. We don't pay money to get money. We just pay money and just fight. I think my main was Pokemon Trainer at the time when I went to the.
Like what happened? Like what happened at the tournament?
Well, basically, I had 2 wins, but then I lost 2 times. It was fun. It was fun for the most part. I wish I could enter some more tournaments, competitive tournaments. Say, I really think I can do well if I just keep on practicing.
Mm-hmm. I mean I used to do that um when Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U was a relatively new game, and I remember I used to go on Twitch and I used to compete in tournaments, like with the streamer as the host.
Oh, same here. I think that's what I did. I think that's what I did before I met John. Honestly.
Well, and of course I understand that because, the Switch was coming out, the amount of tournaments kind of dried up. So I have a feeling
Not to
that,
men-
yeah.
not to mention that one Evo grand finals, two Bayonetas, stalling, people booing, uh, doing saying mean things about the characters. Then they didn't care. It was people said it was the worst thing they ever saw in grand final.
Well, I don't remember that, but I would have to imagine that. Well, I take it that was a tournament you were involved in, right?
No, it wasn't.
Like, where did you hear this?
I heard this. I know this was in Evo. It's in Evo,
In what?
the biggest gaming tournament, esports gaming tournament thing out there, with a lot of games like Melee, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters. You know.
Oh, other fighting games.
Mm.
Well, okay. And I mean, I could see, it kind of left a bad taste in people's mouth, but I'm happy that the upcoming Smash game, um of course it's going to take some getting used to with the new control scheme and things like that.
Yeah, true.
So, it's going to take some getting used to as far as and I might even have to get a pro controller.
You don't need a Pro controller. You just need a GameCube controller and a GameCube adapter, or you could get the enhanced GameCube controller, which is wireless.
Well, even so, I could probably still get I can probably get one, a pro controller, especially one that is on sale.
And there's also another one which is enhanced Pro controller, which is similar to the other ones that are $70, but this time it's $50 with which they took out the Rumble and Amiibo support, but they still have motion controls, so there's that too. If you want to get like a deal, if you just don't want to spend too much money, the enhanced Pro controller is for you.
Well, I mean, I don't have any amiibo, so it would probably behoove me to get that. So
Yeah.
that's a good tip right there, for all you kids
Hmm.
out there. Um, but I mean, one thing I did miss about the tournaments is that even when I lost, all I really did was have a lot of fun playing, against some of the best players. Some of them, I mean, I would win sometimes, but most of the time I really wouldn't get as close as maybe the second round. I mean, because I'm not that good.
Hey, we're all there. Sometimes we might not be good, but sometimes we'll get better and better as we keep on training. Or at least that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So let me just. All right. So other things we can talk about. Like any other activities. Like, do you do like sports or any other hobbies that some people may not know about, or that I have never
Well,
heard of?
actually, I would like to become a voice actor.
You know what? I think you mentioned that in the 10 questions, but you never really went into detail about it. So, if anything, you can explain it. So, I'm here.
Well, basically, I can do somewhat of an impression of some of the characters, and then I just realized I could just do that, so I could just make impressions of some of the characters, and then make it a good hobby for me to do voice acting.
Wow. I have a feeling that
And also,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, this is yeah. I really want to become a voice actor, like because I can use my voice for something, and I don't have to use all my body. I could just use my voice and the other organs that help me lift up my voice.
Yeah, and of course, part of what makes a great voice actor is they don't most of them, most voice actors don't. What the heck is who's calling me? Oh, that
This
was
is
Jay Vertis. That was him calling me, but I'm in a call with you.
Yeah. My brother tried to do the same thing.
Oh, I guess maybe this will be the last question before we get to the end, and that is oh, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, well, I mean, if it doesn't oh, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, if you couldn't do voice acting, what else would you want to do?
That's a really good question. I actually don't know. I could write scripts, but but the last time I wrote a script, it was horrible. It was honestly horrible. I'll give you a hint what happened. Everyone's dead except for Sonic and Amy. That's all I can tell you.
Well, even so, it would be nice to, you know, expand upon just simply being a voice actor. Not to say that you couldn't. I think you can. And but it's also good to mix it up a little bit in terms of like learning subjects, things like that.
Yeah,
Because
that's what my video. That's what my videos are for. I mostly use with humor that no one else can get besides yours truly.
well, I would think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
And well, now I forgot what else I was going to say, but I think that's practically the meat of it. So, uh, so yes, do check out Jets. Do check out what he's doing, and like who knows, he might just be the next big superstar that no one was expecting.
That would be true.
And someone's sending a lot of messages on Discord on my end.
Yeah, same with my little bro.
But even so, I think we've reached the end of our interview, but I'm happy that we got this done, and I'm happy that it turned out for the best.
Yeah, same here.
And with that said, I may as well do my usual outro, and that is Jets.
So basically, thank you so much for watching. Whether it's TehJew22 talks or other stuff like streams or wrestling or something, just check out his channel. And with that, I am out. Thank you so much for watching, and he will see you guys next time. With me, I'll be in my void. Check out my channel if you feel like it.
Well, I was gonna do my usual outro, but well, I think you kind of did it for me. Well, uh, God God bless you, and
See you guys. See you guys later.
best of luck in all of your future endeavors. And until then, yes, have a great night, everybody.
Ooh.